Good morning, fellas. Happy Monday to you. Hope you're doing well. You had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday this past week. Looking forward to getting with you again this coming Saturday, uh, December the 2nd, for our continuation in our study of the book of Acts, looking at chapter 7. 2 weeks ago, we were looking at chapter 6. Thank you for Zach leading that conversation while I was at the Synod. It was a really excellent passage that sets up quite a dramatic story that we get to here in chapter 7. It was the selection of Stephen to be a deacon within the church. I'm sure you talked about it, but the role of deacon is to be one who is serving the practical needs of the people outside of the institution of the church. And Stephen, along with others, were selected to do this. It was the widows, some of whom were being neglected because they were not the widows within Jerusalem. They were the Hellenistic widows. There was some favoritism that seemed to be happening. So Stephen was selected along with a number of others, but they were selected with particular traits in mind. They were selected according to their wisdom, according to the fullness of the Spirit at work in them, and according to integrity. But we see as well that Stephen was not just someone who was good at doing the hands-on work of serving. He was also quite gifted at teaching, at arguing, the apologetic work of defending the faith. And we see that his ability to stand up to the arguments of the Jewish believers within the synagogue got him in pretty hot water. And here in chapter 7, we see his defense as he's dragged in front of the high priest and the Sanhedrin. And we see the way in which he gives a defense, not of himself, but a defense of Jesus, a defense of Jesus as the Christ and the Messiah, as prophesied throughout the Old Testament. And so while the Jews who were arguing against him did not have the ability to refute him or to prove him wrong, they did what we so often are tempted to do when our arguments are going sideways or going nowhere. They discredit him and they trump up false witnesses to come up and malign him and to try and ruin his character and his reputation, and to have hurl accusations at him that then make him out to be a lawbreaker, one who has gone against Moses's commandments, and one who needs to be put to death because of heresy. This is quite a long chapter, chapter 7. I do encourage you to read the whole thing. We will not be reading the whole thing on Saturday. That would take probably 15 or 20 minutes of our time. But instead, we will take some excerpts of that. But it's pretty incredible looking at the way that Stephen is able to boil down a synopsis of the history of Israel and the ways that Israel, while they look to and long to portray themselves as the hero of God's story, unfortunately, more often than not, Israel is an obstacle more than they are the bringer forth of the faith that God has entrusted in them. So looking forward to talking through this with you. We will be in Res Hall again this week, as well as next week. We've got back-to-back Saturday retreats happening here on campus, which is very exciting. Hope to see you this coming Saturday as we look at Acts chapter 7 and the continuation of Stephen and his martyrdom. So let me know if I can serve you in any way. Hope you're doing well. Have a great week, and look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. God bless.